Okay, so I'm sitting in a cabin at the Redoubt Mountain Lodge, and I look outside, and here is this she-bear named Charlie, and she's literally rubbing her back up against this tree as I sit and look out my window. She's not more than 10 feet away. That wasn't scary, but this was. There are plenty of places to see bears in Alaska, and the first time you see a bear, it's an amazing experience. In fact, you'll see that coming up in just a second. But one of the things about Redoubt Mountain Lodge is you're seeing the bear in its habitat. No platforms, no crowds, it's just you, your guide, and the bear. When you talk about capturing a bear at Redoubt Mountain Lodge, what you capture is a snapshot or a memory that will last a lifetime.
As far as just capturing a bear in its natural setting, doing what it's supposed to do, I don't think there's any better way than just hopping in a john boat, putting it on the oars. You know, there's no sound of the motor or anything, just you and the bear.
There is something that happens to us when we experience nature one-on-one.
Why Redoubt Mountain? I guess primarily the bears. That was what we came to see. We'd never seen bears close up.
When you see nature as it is, something about our perspective changes, and the world will never look the same.
I think what I like about it is the sort of encounters with nature are unplanned and only lightly supervised. So you really feel that you are there looking down the nose of a bear, which happened to us this morning.
The bears are literally everywhere. You never get used to seeing them. But after a while, you realize at Redoubt Mountain, humans truly are the visitors.
We go up around the corner to one of those, you'll see. Looks like a bear amusement park out there.
Mother bears and their cubs wander near the lodge or downstream. You must travel upriver to find what the guides call the big boys.
Honestly, they could almost be performing for me. They're so close. They're just extraordinary.
The star of this performance is a 1,000-pound boar, close enough you can hear the crunching bones of the sockeye he devours. What happens next, none of us will ever forget.
It was just pulling the boat gently down this very narrow river.
Very tight quarters with a lot of salmon.
And there was one in the distance, and it was a pool full of fish, so he was having a lovely time catching fish.
He was just doing his thing, so went up a little bit.
Quite close. I mean, I suppose 100 yards away. He was catching fish and, you know, lots of lovely photos to take. I mean, so easy. And then he caught sight of us.
Could definitely see that he wasn't looking at a fish, he was looking at us.
And he started walking slowly towards us, and that's fine. I'm still clicking away, because somehow you feel safe behind the camera, you know. So I'm clicking away. So
he started backing up, and he just gave us a little run, just to assert the fact that he was in charge of this area.
I think it's coming closer. But it was a false charge, so it stopped, so it's fine. But the photos I've got are just extraordinary.
Most other lodges, they're doing a little bit of boat bear viewing, but mostly it's land-based. But you know, as far as safety and just flexibility, I don't think you can beat just being in one of these flat-bottom john boats. I mean, it's perfect for throwing a tripod in there.
Photographers come to Redoubt Mountain to capture the mountains. They come for the blue water, the birds, but most of all, they come to see bears living in the wild, doing what bears do naturally. In addition to overnight trips, Redoubt Mountain Lodge offers bear viewing day trips. Guests are fed a fresh cooked lunch and spend the day on the river viewing bears. If Alaska is considered remote, Redoubt Mountain Lodge takes it one step further.
It's untouched here. There's 5,000 people a year that get into this park, which is extraordinary. You know, it's very, very lightly touched by humans, and that's a real privilege, you know, to be able to see this sort of landscape, which is majestic. We came to Alaska 4 years ago, and it's the only place we've been back to twice. So that says something about it.